let's get started. So tip number 1, audit your website performance. So let's start this out with a fun little exercise, okay? I want all you guys to go to this website, which I will put in the chat. Whoops. All right, so let me explain. This is a tool from Google. All right, I just put the link in the chat if you want to copy and paste that in your browser. And then what you want to do is take your company website and copy and paste the URL into the little white box you're going to see on this website, and then click Analyze. Okay? So what this tool does is it basically ranks the performance of your website on mobile and on desktop. Okay, so you're going to get a score for both of those out of 100. Okay, so 100 is the best. It is extremely rare that your website or anyone else's website will get a 100 score on mobile or desktop. Okay, so type in your URL there, hit Analyze, and you will see what your score is for mobile and what your score is for desktop. And just do me a favor, just type in the chat what your business website score is. You can do your mobile score / your desktop score. And it'll be interesting to see how everyone's website ranks. Don't be sad or depressed if you get a 10, 20, 30 out of 100. It's very common to have a low score because remember, this is Google, right? This isn't Bob's website audit, right? This is Google analyzing your website and the performance of your website for mobile and also desktop. So don't be discouraged if it is very low. If you can't use this or don't have another screen, that's fine. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because the loading speed of your website, the compression of your images or the size of your images, if you upload a large high-resolution image to your website that's 10 or 20 megabytes, that is going to slow down the loading of your website. Google doesn't like that. It's also not a good user experience. If someone goes to your website and they're waiting and waiting and waiting for content to load or things to appear, they're probably going to leave your website and they won't even see all the fun, beautiful things you have there. Okay, so remember, it's really important, and I'll just run this tool really quickly so you guys can see if you're not already doing it. So I'm just going to use business to community as an example. It's a great small business website and blog with tons of resources, which I will get into a little bit further. But I just want to give you a quick example of what this shows you. Okay, so like I said, this is a very high reputation website. It looks pretty good, but it's still getting a 26 on mobile and a 57 on desktop. So like I said, if you got a low score, don't be discouraged. What this is telling you is everything that can be fixed on your website, and not only that, but how to fix it. Now, I know you guys aren't programmers or developers, but this can give you a good idea of how much work your business website needs in order to get more search engine traffic, be in a better place with Google. Because at the end of the day, if you're not making Google happy, you're not going to have website success. Okay, Google runs the internet. It determines how people search, how Google sends them to your website. So you really want to appease Google in terms of the performance of your website. Okay, so it'll tell you, if you have images that are too big and how you can compress them more and the actual individual images. Okay, so again, I don't want to get too technical, but this is a great tool to get a baseline as to how your website performs on mobile and desktop. And as we know, mobile-friendly websites rank higher in Google, and it is absolutely critical that your website is optimized for mobile. Okay, now I want to be very clear. The tool I just showed you, this tool right here, is not looking at your search engine optimization or your SEO, okay? It's purely telling you the performance of your website on mobile and on desktop, However, like I said, the speed of your website, the compression of images, the performance does impact SEO, okay? So you want to make sure your website loads quickly and looks good, okay?